Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome back to the channel. And before I get started, a couple of wee announcements. First, if you enjoy this video, would you please give it a like? And if you're not subscribed, please do. It's free, it doesn't cost you nothing, and all it does is get my videos brought into your feed whenever I drop new content. And stick a wee comment down, let me know what you think of the video. I'd really appreciate those. And of course, if you want to share it, please share it with your friends and family. So today's video, seen by the title, my Tony Bose collection is starting to grow. I've got another one in here to show you, but this is the ones that I have already of Tony Bose. Now, this one is a SHOT Show special. I think these are limited to about 300 when he does them at SHOT Show each year. Don't quote me on that. Maybe somebody who knows better can let me know that. I also believe this is a SHOT Show one. This one isn't. But Tony Bose brought older patterns back and then put his slant on them. And I first heard about Tony Bose on Rob Bixby's show, The Apostle P. And he has some of the best videos. Tony Bose was a famous custom knife maker. He sadly passed away a couple of years ago, but he was loved throughout the whole of the community. And Rob Bixby from Apostle P done some amazing videos at his home, in his workshop. You got a tour of his. It's just a fantastic series of videos he done with Tony Bose, who had become his friend. And they are the most relaxed, sitting in front of the fire chatting, say doing the workshop tour with a young maker who was in there as well. Just, I'll try and leave a link. You know what I'm like for links. I'm not really good at it, but I will try and leave a link down at the bottom of this in the description to head over to Rob Bixby's channel and check out them videos. It'll inspire you when you see this man and you hear him talking. He's just a font of knowledge. Anyhow, this is the ones I've got. They're no special ones. I couldn't afford a custom from Tony. His customs were wild prices, but duly deserved. He worked hard to get them. But these are the collaborations he done with Case. And this is your way of getting as close to a custom that most of us are ever going to get. But he also done just beautiful little patterns. You'll always know a Tony Bose pattern that he has brought back, because before the numbers you'll get the TB, Tony Bose. And this is the Swayback Jack, one of the most popular small case knives out there. I mean, it's just a stunning knife. This one's in stag. I've had it in bone, but I just wanted to keep this. I've kept this one in stag, which is just glorious, glorious bit of stag. It is beautiful. And I am becoming a bit of a stag queen at the minute. I do like my stag. But again, this is just a stunning knife. I'll put that up there. The next one, which I believe it was a SHOT Show one. Let me see. There we go. This is a Sowbelly. This is a single jack. And it has his signature on the... Well, it's not a signature. There you go. Tony Bose on the blade. I love this. This is one of the most carryable pocket knives out there. Exquisitely made by Case, I have to say. I love this one. This pattern really grew on me. It's nice and slim. It's not too big. It's just a super EDC knife. And I thoroughly enjoy this one in ebony, which is just gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. And last but not least, this was my top of the range. This is one that was SHOT Show special. I think there's only about 300 made. This is gorgeous. This is the Dogleg Jack, and a beautiful two-bladed jack. At the front, you have the pen blade, which I think is exquisite. That beautiful swedge on that. It's just a lovely size of a pen blade. Gorgeous. And that spear, this spear, you know I do like a spear point. Look at that. It's canted down beautifully, you know what I mean? So if you need to get to the tip, you don't have to have your hand away up here and work down. You can get there and you're right on the tip. Again, just beautifully designed, lovely flat grind on it. It is a truly beautiful beautiful knife. Not super thin at behind the edge, but it'll be a lovely slicer. Well, it is a lovely slicer because I've sliced with it. But just an all-round EDC classic. Not that I'll ever use this for any hard work. I mean, it's just a gorgeous knife. But just beautiful half stops. Centered beautifully, both blades. These are made to a higher specification because these knives that he makes for a SHOT Show. It's only once a year he does them. He goes into Case itself, into the workshop with their head designers, their head cutlers, and he'll design a knife each year that he wants, his specifications, and they made the knife for Case. And they are just some of the most beautiful knives. This is just a stunning knife. I absolutely adore it. Everything about it. The jigged bone, it's like a harvest color bone. It's just beautiful. And the shield just really accentuates the quality of this knife. And it is quality. These are high quality knives from Case. So what have I got? Well, this is the way this knife comes. It comes in a pouch. As do his SHOT Show specials each year, they come in the pouch. These are the higher end, and they're quite pricey, I believe, when you're buying them at the SHOT Show. But I got this one in a trade. I traded I traded one of my beautiful high-end knives, and I got two knives for it. One was this Case, and the other one I'm going to show you. It's a South African custom. But this is just exquisite. I love the fact that they come in the Case, and this is the knife. And this is just stunning. Look at that. Look at that bone. This is a trapper. And I'm not a great lover of trappers, to be honest with you. It's not a pattern that I really took to. I've got one other one in my collection, which is this Rough Rider one. Not in the same category, let me tell you. This, I'll let you walk around this, all steel. The liners, everything is steel. The spring, it is just glorious. Glorious looking knife. And it's the bone that really gets me. It's probably a little bit more ready in real life than you said. This side's really showing up the ready. There you go. It is just just jigging that gets my little fizz bomb going. This is just beautiful. So it's a two-bladed trapper, but different configuration than most. This is the beautiful, look at that clip. Isn't that just beautiful? It's the Skinner blade. That's all I can think of as a Skinner blade. Absolutely. This is the Millennium Trapper. This is the one he done for the Millennium for the SHOT Show. And that as a main, but look at that for a main blade. Come on, that is just gorgeous. It really is just something special. And this is one of those knives that will not leave my collection. And I'll turn this around. And this is even more of that first one's a clip and you could skin with it, but there's the perfect Skinner. Look at that. Love, love, love that blade. It's a trailing point. It is just a trailing point and no more. But what a gorgeous, gorgeous design. Everything about this. There's movement in this blade and the other blade. You can just see movement in them. It's meant to work. It's meant to be able to move. But again, another super knife for skinning. Even more so than the first because it's more of a clip. But it's just absolutely stunning. I'm completely taken with this knife. It really does set me off on and knowing that it was a Tony Bose design accentuates everything about this knife, because in hand, either one of these blades, the clip blade, the main clip blade, when you hold this knife, there's not much there, is there? And because of the depth of the knife, everything about it, in my hand, I have a large hand, and it's a 4-inch closed knife and a 3-inch blade. Or, well, actually, it's just a wee bit over it. It's UK legal at the moment. because it is the blade, the cutting edge is 2 3/4, and the whole blade is 3 inches. So, I mean, it's the perfect, it's UK legal. It is a stunning blade to carry. I just think this is what Tony Bose is all about. Sticking a design, putting a pattern, and whatever way he does it, you know, in hand, there's enough room up here. You're not getting stuck into the end of this. It fits beautifully in your hand. This part of your fingers, the crook of your fingers, is exactly where you're holding it. So you could use this for ages and not have any discomfort. We'll get it and we'll set it open. I'll get that down there because it's got great half stops. Like, Case don't do a lot of knives with half stops. You know, they're quite happy just having a... Oh, but look at that. Just look at that knife. This is why I love collecting the Tony Bose, because every one of them has just this beautiful, simple, evocative look about them. Am I getting too romantic again? But it is. It's something that you just know they're Tony Bose. You know it once you see them. And to have two of his higher end, you know, production knives. And I say, these higher end ones are made by the top designers at Case, the top makers at Case, his head cutlers. He comes in, talks him through what he wants, and he spends a lot of time while they're making the design so that he's happy with it. And what a joy it was for Case to have him for all the years they had him. But for me, this is my way of just sort of talking about Tony Bose, because I think people really need to, you know, if you haven't experienced any of his knives in hand, you just have to. Because, I mean, although these are not customs, these two are as close as you're going to get, because he was all over these being made. He really gave a lot of his time up to Case. He loved Case. And I know I'd be one of the people at the minute that give Case, you know, an awful lot of stick sometimes for their fit and finish. But with Tony Bose, I think they went that extra mile when they were making his knives. It's just, I mean, this one and the previous one I showed you, let me just show you. Look at that. They're completely centered. Completely centered. And the Millennium, the year 2000, was the year that I got married to my beautiful wife, Sally. And this is just an absolute minter of a knife. When I see this knife, the year was very special to me, obviously. And there you go. It is a beauty. So I've got 4. I'm going to look for another one at least, so that I can have a sub-collection. I always call 5 a collection, but I've obviously got more than 5 Case knives. But as a sub-collection, I would like to have 5 Tony Bose. And then, you know, rather than keep collecting more and more Tony Bose, I'll maybe exchange ones that I like better than the others. But these 4 are really hard, because this in itself, this pattern that Case, it's absolutely just one of people's favourite knives to get from Case, that little Swayback. And again, this just a simple EDC carry pocket knife, nice and slim. You can carry it in a little pouch. Like I always have it in this one. I carry my bear, but I mean, this is beautiful. I'll just let you see, it'll just slip into a pouch, and it's a slim profile. It's not going to take up any extra room. It is just a lovely knife. And if it wasn't a Tony Bose one, it would probably have gone in here, but I'm going to keep that one because they're irreplaceable now that he's passed on. But yeah, it's just, I'm trying really hard to not over gush, but it's really difficult. I mean, this, you know, if all trappers were made, Case made their trappers to this sort of standard, my goodness. I mean, they already sell millions of them, but this would just be in everybody's collection for a beautiful work knife. Look at that. Just beautiful. So, I've said enough beautifuls. I sound like a florist. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. And keep your eyes out, because you never know when you'll find one coming up. But just the run-of-the-mill ones are not run-of-the-mill, if that makes any sense. They are beautifully made knives. And I do believe they go that extra little bit for the Tony Bose collections. Take care. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. Have a great Saturday. Bye now.